Hey, how you doing? Today I'm going to continue my feature where I give a preview to all the BCS bowl games. Today I'm going to talk about the Fiesta Bowl, which is on January 2nd between Stanford and Oklahoma State. Um, the game is January 2nd is a day where a lot of other bowl games are. It's same days the Rose Bowl, Capital One, Outback, and Ticket City. It's the latest one. It starts at 8:30 Eastern, right after the Rose Bowl. So it's kind of at a nice position there. And this should be an interesting game. They're both teams, Stanford and Oklahoma State, are kind of known for their offenses and more specifically different aspects of their passing game. Stanford, everybody knows about their quarterback Andrew Luck. His career, he came back last year, even though he probably would have been the #1 pick in the NFL draft. And he'll almost definitely be the #1 pick in next year's draft. And everyone knows about Luck. But Stanford also has a really good running game. They do a lot of 2 running back, sometimes 3 running back sets, and they do have a power running game. Their running back, Tyler Taylor, is a really good player, and a lot of their passing game is built off their running game, where they do a lot of play actions and use a lot of efficiency to kind of dissect the defense. And they also have really good tight ends. They do a lot of 2 tight end, even 3 sets, and they can really dish out their tight ends. And Luck in that offense can kind of eat up the opposing defense. So it's not an easy job for opposing defenses to play against Stanford. And because Stanford's so balanced, and then Luck is so proficient. And then for Oklahoma State offense, they're known for their wide open passing offense, and their super strong offense is their wide receiver Justin Blackman, one of the best in the country, one of the best receivers in the country. He probably is the best, and he's just had a great couple of years. And then their quarterback is a 28-year-old Brandon Whedon. He's not as much of a superstar as guys like Luck and Blackman, but he's a really good, solid player. And he's so experienced. He's 28, so. And then a lot of Oklahoma State's offense is lining up in the shotgun and throwing it around the field. They do a lot of 4 wide, 5 wide sets, and they're really good passing game. And they're just somewhat of an average Big 12 team in that sense, where they there's a lot of shotgun, 4 wide, 5 wide. And they do also have a pretty good running back, Joseph Randall, who's a shifty, smaller, athletic, speed guy. He's a pretty good player. And both teams were. This is an interesting game because they're the 3 and 4 ranked teams. So, and they've been in they both won 11-1. They've been in the top 5, really, well, the top 10 for pretty much the whole year, and for or a lot of the year, both teams have been in the top 5. Just bounced around the area, and they've both kind of been known for their offense the whole year, in different ways. Like I just said, both defenses are somewhat shaky though. Oklahoma State, most people have criticized their defense, really including me, just because they give up a lot of yards and points. And some people, if they go against a team that can kind of slow down a team that slows down Oklahoma State's offense, could Oklahoma State's defense really stop a good offense if they play a balanced team? And Stanford kind of is that balanced team. I would say that Stanford's defense, I don't know how much they're going to be able to stop Oklahoma State's offense, but we'll see. But one thing that Oklahoma State's defense does do is they force a lot of turnovers, which could be a factor. Luck is proficient, but he did have a decent amount of interceptions this year. That USC game, he had the interception, pick 6. Stanford ended up winning that game, but he did have that bad interception. And then he had turnovers in the Oregon game that they lost. So Luck can turn the ball over, so that's something to look at. And then just flipping that around, I talked about, look, can Stanford's defense stop Oklahoma State? I'm not sure. I think that they will have success early stopping them. You see a lot when the Big 12 prolific teams go up against teams from other conferences. They kind of they struggle early in the game, and then they kind of pick it up. I don't know if that will work this time because Stanford's defense isn't as good as a lot of other defenses around the country, particularly SEC defenses. Stanford's D doesn't really match up with a lot of the best defenses, so I don't know. I would say it'll be high scoring. I think Stanford's in a better position if that does happen because they have a better running game. So they can, if they struggle throwing early on, which I don't actually think they will. I think Luck's good enough to kind of help out that passing game. But Stanford does have the option to run it and run it effectively. I don't know if Oklahoma State can go to that. So if I gave a prediction, I would say that I think Stanford will win, only because I think that their balance can be the key, where they can run and then they have luck in the passing game. I think that especially early in the game that they will have some success at maybe not necessarily stopping Oklahoma State, but slowing Oklahoma State's offense down. I think that given about a month to prepare, that I think Stanford's defense will be able to scheme and be able to slow down Whedon and Blackman and the rest of Oklahoma State's offense. So I will predict Stanford, where I am predicting Stanford to win. Should be a really good game. It's a good matchup between the two. So it'll definitely be worth a watch. And like I said, I think Stanford will win, but it should be a very entertaining game. So thanks for watching. See you next time.